Welcome to the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Thursday, February 3rd. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we've had minimal precipitation across the Great Basin, with just some light showers over parts of Idaho into Wyoming and far northern Utah. This has been well below normal for the time of year for the last couple of weeks. Looking at the new snowfall, again, very light amounts in parts of central Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah. Did have a little bit of lake effect snow in the Salt Lake City area, so that brought some elevated amounts in some areas just downwind of the lake. The snow depth is indicated on the right. You can still see we have plenty of snow in the Sierra, central Idaho, and over into Wyoming and Utah. For the time of year, it would be considered normal. Some areas have dipped to just below normal for snowpack for the time of year in parts of northeast Nevada, into southwest Idaho, and even into parts of Utah. However, many areas are right around normal for the time of year. Looking at our satellite loop from this morning, the trough that brought us some light showers yesterday and also continues to bring some light showers today is moving off to the east into the Rockies. We do have strong ridging off the west coast, which will nose its way into the Great Basin. Looking at our weather outlook for later today, again, you can see that trough of low pressure dropping southeast through the Rockies into the southwest. And today we will have some breezy north winds behind that trough over the southern half of the Great Basin, which will increase dispersion, but areas further north and west will see very poor dispersion. And again, looking at the transport winds, those gusty winds over southern areas of the Great Basin and over parts of the higher terrain of Utah and Wyoming, where wind gusts will reach between 30 and 40 miles per hour. We'll also see some gusty winds over the ridges in the Sierra today as well. Mixing heights will remain moderate to high over southern areas and low over northern and western areas. As we move into Friday, we will have that ridge building in overhead with a weaker area of low pressure off the California coast, which will not give us any additional moisture into the Great Basin. It should stay pretty far to our south and west. Looking at gusty winds on Friday, we will see those gusty winds improve dispersion still over the far southern tip of the Great Basin, and dispersion will remain poor further north. So again, you can see how those winds push further south on Friday, with only gusty winds over parts of the Arizona Strip and far southern Nevada, with stronger winds much further south. We'll also have some breezy winds over parts of Idaho as another weak system brushes the northern areas going into the weekend. Mixing heights will remain low to moderate. On Saturday, there's that next trough that moves across the northern Rockies, again clipping our northern areas, bringing us some clouds and some light shower activity to parts of Idaho and Wyoming. However, many areas of the Great Basin will remain dry with poor dispersion. Winds on Saturday very similar to what we'll see on Sunday, just some breezy winds occasionally over southern areas, the higher terrain of central Utah, and then up into Idaho and Wyoming. Looking at the forecast clearing index for Utah, clearing indices will remain quite low over the northern half of Utah for the next few days, and will just be elevated today over the southern half of Utah with those gusty north winds. Otherwise, winds will decrease Friday and Saturday, dropping that clearing index down to fairly low. The 3-day amounts of precipitation, again, any showers we see today or even on Saturday will be fairly light up across Idaho, Wyoming, possibly dipping into far northern Nevada and Utah. But again, new snowfall at the higher elevations, but minimal due to the amount of precipitation. On Sunday, that ridge continues to build in from the west, with that most recent trough dropping south again into the eastern part of the Rockies and into the Great Plains. We will have some breezy north to northeast winds again on Sunday behind that system, improving dispersion once again in southern areas, but remaining poor further north. Warmer and drier conditions continue on Monday, with winds decreasing over all but far southern areas. And then into Tuesday, we will have yet another trough dropping into the plains, clipping the Great Basin, so improving dispersion somewhat over northern and eastern areas. But again, most of the moisture looks like it will remain off to the east. So precipitation for days 4 and 5, which takes us from Sunday evening through Tuesday. Again, not really seeing any precipitation across the area with those drier conditions. We will have strong inversions in place in some areas, so that will be something to watch as far as air quality. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from February 10th through the 16th, shows warmer and drier conditions, again continuing through mid-February. Right now, our better chances of any precipitation will be later in the month. That concludes our webcast. Check back on Monday for the latest updates.